My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Center Hill Road, Acre, Mississippi, 38841. I am still under attack by Scientology. So let me explain Scientology. There are more than three dimensions. This is a fact. Humans have biology in these extra dimensions. You can call it a soul. So humans have extra dimensional biology, plus this dark energy or dark matter that's attached to us. We can't see any of it while we are alive, but it is there. We utilize this extra dimensional biology first while we are alive. Every biological function we have requires extra dimensional biology attached to us to work right. And then, second, we utilize this extra dimensional biology to have an afterlife. So when we die, we live on utilizing our extra dimensions and leave the third dimension behind. So that is the natural human experience. We die, we fly in outer space, and we live in outer space, and we participate in creation. We gain special abilities in the afterlife that allow us to participate in the creation of the stars and earth, planets, and life found on these planets. And that is what our experience is. So Scientology is the practice of utilizing this extra dimensional biology before they die. They cut it off of themselves while they are still alive, or they have it cut off. And then they use technology and techniques to turn this extra dimensional biology into one or more upper dimensional vehicles, biologies in which they can drive through the upper dimensions. Human encounters with these people and what Scientology defines these organisms as, we know them as aliens. That's what our human encounters with these organisms have been, and that's what Scientology defines them as, alien forms or aliens. So Scientology is the practice of cutting their souls off and then using technology to convert their souls into vehicles they can drive around while they are still alive. So these people are on Earth right now. Scientologists are on Earth right now, alive, driving their souls around on Earth and in outer space. And a large percentage of these people are criminal. They commit crimes against other people, humanity. So a group of these Scientologists are driving their aliens or their souls onto my location, onto my home, into my home. And they are using these aliens to harm me and my family. So they are third dimensional humans alive today, driving aliens into my home and using these aliens to harm me and my family. This has been ongoing for 14 years. So they tried to force me to assimilate 14 years ago. And I told them no, I did not accept their invitation or their assimilation. And it turned into conflict. And for the last 14 years, it's been harassment and assault on a daily basis. So the last couple of weeks has been horrible. They gave me a death wound a week or two ago in my brain and in my spinal column and in my stomach and in my back. It's a death wound. So right now they have it closed up and they have some kind of transplants or life support that's getting me through, but it's still a death wound. And ever since then, they have been assaulting me badly. They have been mutilating my fingertips. They've even cut some fingers off. They're mutilating my toes and my feet. So they have been cutting the skin around my toes and peeling the skin on my toes back. They're sticking crap underneath my toenails and underneath my fingernails. So last night they cut my face nerve. It started out they were assaulting me. They assault me every few minutes. They come down here and pop a blood vessel or a tendon or a muscle fiber. And they started on my, we have a muscle right here and a muscle in our face. And they were focusing on those two muscles. Every time they come down here, they pop another muscle fiber. And eventually they cut the whole muscle off in my face last night. And then they all gathered around, tried to fix it. They're freaked out. Oh God, what do we do? So they tried to glue it back together or tie it back together. One of them even wants to drill holes through my face and use a string to tie my muscles back together, or hold my muscles up. They're doing this over and over and over again. They're twacked out of their heads. Well, these are humans on Earth. They have grown accustomed to assaulting and harassing me over the last 14 years. I'm being harassed again. A guy claiming he's from the National Guard wants to do something, or he's doing something. So these people are from Barack Obama's uh, regime. He is one of these people. He has made contact with me in the third dimension and on the phone with this telepathy. And it's his people he knows, or people he has employed during his presidency. So this started 14 years ago during his presidency. Mark Zuckerberg is involved. Bill Gates is involved. Devin Singe is involved. And other Scientologists in other institutions, the FBI, the CIA, the military, they're all involved. The CDC. So Scientology, they harass people and assault people. They kidnap and murder. They make people disappear. They sabotage people's lives. Anybody that has any kind of falling out or conflict with Scientology, they get treated this way. And it's nonstop. They do this nonstop until the person is gone, until the person is dead. Well, in this case, and in many other cases, other people have been involved in the conflict and are dead or dying, or they're tangled up in this soul thieving mess where they're stealing people's souls and subjecting them to torture in an attempt to send them to hell. And everybody's freaking out, trading souls, and they just did it again. They're hurting my head, that muscle in my head. So I eventually fell asleep this morning around 5 or 6 o'clock, and I slept for maybe an hour. And I woke up to them cutting off one of my toes. And then they come down and pop more muscle fibers in my forehead. Every few minutes, they do the same thing. They pop muscles in my forehead. So these people are twacked out of their heads. They're on drugs. Plus, this technology they are using has a narcotic-like effect upon them. They run energy through their brain using technology. This stimulates neurochemical production. It elevates dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin, and other neurochemicals. This technology is extremely narcotic. It has a narcotic-like effect upon the user. It is just like they're taking drugs. Plus, a lot of these people are abusing substances on top of the technology. They have become addicted to this behavior. They do it over and over and over again. So, on top of that, they have used technology on me. They have removed over 90% of my biology, and they are mutilating what I have left. They set up shop in my home and they mutilate my biology over and over again. I have death wounds. So I've had procedures and transplants and stuff keeping me alive, but it's still not the same. They finally got this recent death wound bearable. And I'm being harassed. So they have installed technology in my brain, or they have installed my brain in their computer system, in their technology. Either way, it's giving me telepathy. So I'm in communication with these people via internal voices. So we all have an internal voice and we communicate with each other using this internal voice, this telepathy. But this technology goes one step further and it gives the users a visual screen in their brain. So I have a screen in my brain that they light up. Uh, they put themselves on their screen, their avatars, or themselves, pictures of themselves. And they use this technology to harass me. Nothing good has come from this technology. They harass me constantly. And on top of that, they use this screen to give me rude facial gestures and rude body language, kind of rubbing it in my face that they're assaulting me and harassing me and getting away with it. It adds to a level. It adds another level to their harassment. So now it's visual cues instead of just voices.